5 years later, you lose 9 lakhs out of 21 lakhs out of that. Now, you put same thing, 15, 12,000, 25 years, or 3 lakhs, which is only 60,000 rupees less for 25 years. The first person, Rekha, has put 12,000 into 30 years, 3 lakh 60. Second person has put 12,000 into 25 years, 3 lakhs, only 60,000 less. But his wealth is 41% less. So almost half of the money he doesn't make, he starts 5 years later. So you get a job at 22, start at 22. Don't start at 27. Okay. You start 10 years later. I quite sympathize with a lot of people who have commitments, who have EMIs and stuff like that, so they have hardly any money to save, but this is worth pondering. If you start 10 years later, you lose 14 lakhs out of 22 lakhs. You've invested for 20 years, okay? And you make only 7 lakhs compared to the first guy who's invested only 10 years more than you.
60% less.
Sorry? Yeah.
60% less.
Yes. 60% less. 65% actually.
Approximately.
Yeah, approximately. So 1,20,000 less, 14 lakhs less. These are all actual numbers. This is the first person, second person, and third person. Now, the most interesting of all. Let's reverse this. Somebody does a counterintuitive thinking. Okay, instead of the first person who said, let's not invest for the first 5 years, somebody is inspired by this and says, let me invest more in the beginning and see what happens, and invest less later. So I chose deliberately an example which gives me a little more edge compared to the first person, and see what is the number of years this is. So somebody called Lorraine invests 2,000 per month. Not 1,000 but 2,000 per month. Earns again 10% on it. Same assumptions. Invests just for 7 years and stops investing. So it's just the reverse of the conventional thinking of I'll invest later, when I can, when I want to, when I have the money, when I have increments. All of that is inverted to doesn't matter all of that. I have this money now, let me spend as least as possible. I'm only 22. I'll start spending at 29. I'll still have years and years and years of my life to spend money. Okay? So in the first 7 years, let me try and control my spending. And doesn't invest for the next 7 years. This person earns the most. This person earns even more than the first Rekha, who has been investing for 30 years at 1,000 rupees per month. This woman has stopped investing. Now how will it look? She has saved the least, by the way, which is 1,68,000 only. 2,000 into 7 years. That is 24,000 into 7 years. So by the time she is 30s, she can spend more what she wants to. So just postpone. Our saving is nothing other than postponing our desires a little bit.
So how much is it per liter? Sorry, 1,000?
22. That's more than the first person, which is 21 point something. I deliberately made it 22 and worked back and checked how many years one needs to invest at 2,000 to beat the first person. So if you make it 3,000, it will be even much more. So this is the situation. So invested for 7 years and then stopped. Nothing more. And this is how the money would grow. It's quite remarkable.